now. Ms. Young and Mr. Harley, you're looking to get married, but you're not really sure. You're getting ready to get deployed in a couple of months, and you want to know, should you get married before you go? You've given me your marriage license and given me permission to tear it up should I think this marriage is not a good idea, or I can give it back to you if I think this can go somewhere with some words of advice. I've also got a compatibility test. You've taken it, and I'm going to talk to you about that momentarily. But before I do, I'm going to start with you, Ms. Young. Why don't you tell me why you're contemplating marriage but not quite sure it's the thing to do?
All right. Your Honor, I love him, definitely. We've been together for a while now, but he is just sometimes, in a lot of situations, way too passive. He can be, you know, when it needs to be time, I don't expect him to be very aggressive, but assertive in a lot of situations, he's not. And that's the biggest problem.
Give me an example of a situation where you think he wasn't quite assertive enough.
Okay, when we first started dating, for about the first year, he would not tell his family. So his family thought that he was living in a different place when he was living with me. And so finally, I think the second year into it, last February, I was at dinner with his family, and his family specifically asked him, are you still living with, you know, the people that he was supposed to be living with? And he just said, yes, you know, and he just denied the fact that we were even together. He denied the fact that we were in a committed relationship. And I feel like it definitely hurt, you know?
Right.
Just, we've been dating for so long, and you're right in my face,
You're
you're gonna
good enough
say,
to sleep with and live with
Exactly.
and eat food, but you're not good enough to be taken in front of his face.
I ain't gonna lie, 2 years is a long time, bro. People get married and divorced within 2 years. There's a lot that go on in 2 years, and they don't even know about you. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. That's number one. Number two, how you tell him, like, his family ain't come visit him? His family ain't come, like, they ain't never what happened when the FaceTime call come? What happened when, you know, your mother might FaceTime you or something, sissy might FaceTime you, nephews might FaceTime you, niece might FaceTime you, the new little baby might FaceTime you. You might get a FaceTime call, bro. Like, I don't know. They ain't never hear nobody in the background. I don't know. That's weird, bro. That's why I wouldn't even feel comfortable staying in a situation like that, to be honest with you. But on the flip side, and this is just, you know, we giving both sides of the field right here. Sometimes your family, you're getting, I don't want to say instructions, but input and advice from your people. It might not be for you. It might not be for you. It might be great advice. It could be great advice, but that advice might not just work out for you. So, I mean, I kind of get it. But 2 years, bro, 2 years? It's a long time.
Family.
Exactly.
Mr. Harley, is that accurate?
I wouldn't say it's completely accurate. I don't deny that I love her and that I'm with her. I have a very conservative family, so me moving in to Erica's place like maybe 3 months after I moved down to Gainesville looks kind of like, you know, like I'm rushing into things like that. And I feel like I'm old enough to where I don't have to worry about that. So I just feel like I just
If
didn't
you're
tell
old
her.
enough not to worry about that, aren't you old enough to tell your mama, hey, this is what I'm doing?
Exactly,
Yeah.
I
Your
mean,
Honor.
seriously,
Yeah.
seriously. If you're grown enough to make the decisions, you're grown enough to speak that decision. Correct?
Correct.
Correct.
You're right.
Let me ask you why you think marriage is a good idea, but what your concerns are about Ms. Young.
She like rushes into things. Like
I'm sorry.
She
what?
rushes into things.
She rushes into things.
Yes.
Give me an example.
Simple stuff like the I love you and, you know, things like that came like within like 3 months, you know.
Women will do that though.
Can I say something?
You know what I mean? They'll in 90 days they'll tell you they love you. That's a woman thing.
But you gotta be able to read it, bro. You gotta be able to know whether you believe it or not, bro. That's on you. Whether you believe it or not, that's on you. But as a dude, bro, you gotta pay attention. You gotta pay attention. I mean, anybody can say, this ain't no knock. Men and women, bro. Anybody can say, well, I can sit up here and tell you, You the last one I ever want to be with in my life. I want to spend the rest of my life until my life is over, and then it re-begins again, and I want you in it again and again, forever, and eternity. And I can tell you all of that. That was horrible, by the way. That was terrible, bro. Hold on. Maybe hold up. I can't go out like that, bro. I can't go out like that. I can sit up here. Hold on, let me. We gotta lock in. You know, sometimes you really gotta get locked in. I gotta get locked in with it. All right, here we go. I sit up here. I tell you, I wanted to. Hold up, bro. Hold up. All right. Cool. I'm ready. I promise you, I'm ready. I sit up here. I tell you that I want to spend the rest of my life with two and did. I'm not ready, bro. I'm not ready.
But I was right. And I just want to say that.
But I was right.
But I was right, and he loves me back. But what I want to say is, going back in the history, I knew him when we were in high school. I was in 9th grade, and he was 11th, and he was in 11th grade. And we were really close friends all throughout there. We were on the track team together. So it's not like I just met this man.
Right.
Listen, you know I have to explain the timing of your feelings to me. And
Yeah.
I totally get it. You don't have to justify that. Mr. Harley, why don't you give me something else you believe she's rushed into that gives you pause about marrying her?
You know, financial things and,
Which she's not good with money?
she's okay with money.
Is she extravagant? Does she blow the money on silly stuff?
At times, she can have a little, just space where she just goes and just blows money at a certain point.
Your Honor, can I just say that sometimes, yes, as a woman, I do.
Now don't tag womanhood with
I do like to
inability to control ourselves at the mall.
Yes, I do shop a lot, but I shop within reason. I don't just, I may shop at, the nice stores in the mall, but I always shop on the clearance, And so I do spend money, but I also help make the money. I'm not just, living off of him. We split things 50-50, or we're supposed to.
You say, Ms. Young, that he's not as assertive as you would like him to be. And there was a situation in the parking lot that you say illustrates your concern in that regard. Why don't you tell me about that?
Yes. He had just got off of work, and I sometimes occasionally come meet him, and we go to dinner afterwards or something like that. I was driving, and I passed where the pedestrian walk was, and there was a lady there's 2 women and a child in the seat, and in the stroller or cart or whatever. And then instead of them waiting for the driver, which was me because they didn't have the right of way to go, they insisted on trying to move out in front of my vehicle. And instead, since they got upset that I wouldn't stop for them, they punched my door.
Why wouldn't you stop?
I didn't stop because they didn't have the right of way.
So?
Well,
What do you lose by letting a person pregnant with a baby get across the street?
she was not pregnant. She did have a child in the cart, but it was just the attitude that she had, and I just
You can't let that kind of stuff bother you.
Yeah.
Man, she one of them type. That's the princess queen. That's the princess queen. That's the Queen Dracula right there, bro. I can already tell. She tell bro what to do. She tell the law what to do. She tell the judge what to do. Not you, judge. I'm not talking to you, judge. This is in reference in context to this situation. We talking about this one. I'm talking about her. But yeah, bro, she seemed like that type. She seemed like she like a goddamn. Whew, I need it my way. I want it my way. I gotta have it when I want it. I'm gonna do it when I want to do it, bro. It's a pregnant lady. That's a pregnant lady walking across. Not even pregnant. It was a child. It was a person. It was a person coming across the street, bro. You gotta stop. That's crazy. That's crazy. And the audacity for you to have boarded up, for you to have bought this up and feel a certain type of way about it is crazy. It's absolutely crazy, bro. And my thing with it is, so what you want him to do? You want him to crash out? You want him to crash out. So he's supposed to hop out the car because they hopped in front of your car and then banged your car door. Women, we talking about women. We talking about women, bro. So he's supposed to hop out, crash out on 2 women and a baby. Nah, bro. Don't get tricked, man. Fellas, don't you get tricked. Don't you get tricked. Yeah, if you was a real man, you don't get tricked, bro.
Really can't. That's just silly. But go ahead.
Yeah, so anyway, so she punched my car window, and that's when I, of course, me being me, you know, I got out the car and was gonna have a conversation with her. And then so the police, you know, came, and he saw what happened, and he just sat in the car. He sat in the car as if, like, you know, he didn't say anything to the police officers. And yes, I was.
Did he tell you not to get out of the car?
Yes, he told me to keep going.
And that was exactly the right thing to do. What you did was ridiculous from beginning to end. It's not that he's not manly, that you were being silly. Somebody says, oh, I'm gonna walk, you let him go by. What is it? It's gonna cost you a second and a half? You got your ego all involved in, they're walking in the park, I got the right, who cares? Who cares? And then they can be crazy, because half of the people out there crazy now. Go and you shoot, bang, bang, pop, pop, pow, over nothing at all. Now, Ms. Young, I didn't buy that other story, but you have a couple of other issues you say demonstrates his failure to be appropriately assertive. You say something about the checking account and something about a car. Why don't you tell me what occurred with respect to those things?
Yes, Your Honor. Part of whenever we did move in together, a little bit afterwards, probably like a year and a half into the relationship, we're like, oh, well, you know, we have all these bills together, our cell phones in his name and the, you know, the car that we have or whatever. All the bills are majority in his name, but I do contribute to them. And so what we decided was we were going to get an account, a joint account, so that we can pay the bills and we can save. We have a savings and a checkings. Each month, well, each paycheck, I should say, twice a month, we were supposed to be putting some of the money into the account, the joint account.
Right.
I have my money from my job, and it goes straight into there. I have a direct deposit. However, he said, whenever we first got the account, oh, I don't want to have a direct deposit. That's not necessary. I'll just transfer over the money into the other account. So maybe months go by, and I'm like, oh, well, you know, our savings is building and our checkings is building, but it's only from my money. Why haven't you put money in there? Oh, well, I have bills to pay, and I don't want to put the money over into the account until I pay those bills, his separate bills. And it was just excuse.
Was it household bills that he was paying, or it was just his personal bills that he was paying?
It was the car and the car insurance. But for our personal bills, pretty much every bill he was still, even the ones that was ours, he was still paying with his, like, account.
Why is that a problem?
Because we made a joint account for him to put money in it, and so we can have a savings. But only I was putting all the money that's in our account.
But he was still paying the household bills. He just was doing it out of his own account instead of taking the extra step to put it in the joint account.
Correct, for savings. He hasn't put any money to the savings, but he's been taking out.
Okay, okay. What would you like to say about that, Mr. Harley?
I'm not good with necessary. Okay. I'm not necessarily good with sharing, I guess, in general, just money. So I find it easier to just keep it in my account and, you know, pay the bills still, but just keep it in my account.
Okay. We've been talking about what concerns you. Now let's talk about what you like. I want you to give me 90-second sales job on why Mr. Harley is the man for you.
Okay, well, he's definitely my best friend. I feel like when I come home, if I have a stressful day or anything exciting that will happen to me, he's the first person that I think about. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go home and tell him. And it's just really great to feel like I have someone that loves me unconditionally and I can be myself around. And he gets that, and I'm good enough for him, and I'm more than enough for him, and he just loves it, and I love him unconditionally, and I love that about us.
Okay.
Damn, man, y'all got to give it up for. Give it up for. Okay. That was the best one. That was the best one yet so far. She got it, bro. Put a rock on her finger, give her a vacation, put about 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 kids up in her. Make sure you keep paying the bills, and we up out of here. What's the problem? I don't see no problem with it. That was dope, bro. She did her thing. She did less. She ain't AI that. That wasn't AI. AI wasn't even around then. I'm tripping.
Mr. Harley, give me your 90 seconds on why Ms. Young is the woman for you.
With Erica, like she's beautiful, you know, she's nice, like she's great, like everything, like anything I need support on, anything like that, she's always there for me. Anything I need, you know, she'll make changes. Like if I need her to be somewhere with me, she'll make change and she'll be there for me. So, you know.
So she's right there with you. She's supportive.
Yeah, anything
she's
I
on
need.
board. And when did you decide to go into the Army?
Well, I've been thinking about it for at least a year. I've attempted it maybe like a year ago. Things didn't quite work out, and I had school and stuff like that. But now that I feel like I'm ready to go in and, you know, serve. So with that, I want to make sure we're good before I go in and commit to the Army.
So are you cool with the decision for him to go in? Not that you have any right to be cool or not cool, but if you're in it together, are you supportive of it? Or?
I definitely, like at first, a year ago when he brought it up, I felt like I was being so selfish, and, you know, I was just like, oh no, baby, I don't want you to go. But now, like, we talked about it, and I just support him 100%. I know his reasonings for going, and I know that he wants to be, you know, he wants to do better for himself, and he wants to serve his country. And he's been this isn't like something he just thought of.
He's been wanting this for a while, and you're his lady, you're going to support him.
Man, support that, man. I'm telling you, ladies, I'm going to be honest with you. All we really want to support. We want to support some good food, keep that twitty, twine, on point, and the rest of that stuff, bro, we not really tripping. We not really tripping. We want to wake up every morning feeling like we can do anything in this world because we got a good woman behind us. We don't want to be hungry while we doing it, and then we going to be tired after we get out there and go do it. That's it. That's it. What he say? He said those are the side effects. Hungry, happy, sleepy. That's it. That's it, bro. I promise. It ain't this big equation with M squared, pi, circumference, diameter, radius, acute angle, isosceles. Yeah, y'all ain't know Undefeated was Undefeated really like that. I was really like that in the math and the algebra and the calculus and the geometry and the trigonometry and I'm like that. But yeah, that's what we really want, bro. He dog just cool with the support. He like, and that's the crazy part, man. I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. Like everybody is different. So for him, he like, fuck, I don't really need the food. Like I figure that out when I get there, bro. I just need the support. But at the root, I promise y'all, I ain't lying to y'all, ladies. I'm not lying to y'all. At the root of it, that man want to wake up every morning and feel like he can do anything in this world. He can accomplish anything in this world. You can be right next to him, and yeah, that's how that's going to play out, and that's how it's going to work. I promise y'all. I ain't lying to y'all.
I read your compatibility tests. And while my compatibility test is meant to examine the scope of some things, both of you had one focus and one focus alone. You want him to be more assertive and manly, and you want her to let you be more assertive and manly, okay? Yeah. Which I found to be an odd dichotomy. So, I mean, and everything you said had to do with, I need him to be more like a dude, and I need her to let me be more like a dude. Oh, no. So why don't you tell me what it is you believe you need for him to do in order to fill those shoes you're asking him to fill?
Little things like, you know, just making the initiative to defend us. I know a lot of times in the beginning of our relationship, I felt attacked by his family, and he just sat there and, you know, let it happen. And there's a lot of things I just feel like I was raised, you know, with my mother and my father, and, you know, they were one as a team. And sometimes I feel like, Dwight, don't do this, you know, with the whole car situation, making poor, bad decisions.
Tell me about the car situation.
We had discussed prior that we were going to wait until February. It was around July when he purchased the car, but we said, oh, I know you need a car. We'll wait until February and we'll buy a nice used car because that's what we could afford. However, around August, he purchased a fairly new car, and he didn't have any, you know, background prior knowledge to, you know, purchasing vehicles, and he just went and he got a vehicle that was way overpriced, and the payments for it are entirely too high. And we've been back several times to different dealerships now trying to basically lower the payments or trade it in for a cheaper car. And so now that adds on to our bills.
Right.
And
But that's a bad financial decision. That don't mean that he a bad dude, that he a bad husband or whatever you want to call it. He just fucked up the money, which is terrible. I mean, that's damn near rule number 1 or number 2, fellas. Don't F up the money. So you got every right to be mad at him. But, like, the question, like, what she say, what she kept saying, being assertive and all of this other stuff, like, you making it sound, I'm thinking, this is what I'm thinking. Y'all was out at the bar, or y'all was out on the beach, or y'all was out somewhere, and somebody walked up to you and grabbed your booty, and then, yeah, something like that, and you told him, and I'm thinking, like, all right, assertive in that man, or maybe you might have got into it at the Target, you try and bump a dude and get in front of a dude in line, and y'all in the back and forth arguing, like, something like that. She talking about, like, she just messed up. He messed up. He just messed up, bro.
instead of him coming to me, I work at a car dealership, you know, and those are things that, little things like that. He says, I'm poor with finances, but sometimes he just is poor with decisions.
Okay. Mr. Harley, you want to respond to her accusations that you made an ill-advised purchase of an overpriced car?
Okay, as far as the car goes, it was more about my family. They wanted me to have a car before I went to Gainesville, before I moved down there. So basically, they kind of, I would say, almost like a ambush, like a setup almost, I would say. So they pretty much brought me in the dealership and sat me down with one of the dealers and pretty much like talked me into getting a car.
Let me ask you
It was like
this.
a
If
se-
they
it was
wanted
like a
you to
whole
have a car so bad,
Did they help you pay
did they
for
offer
it?
to pay for it?
That's my
No.
question.
No. But it was my first car, and
Not the
I knew I couldn't
insurance?
have gotten a car without a cosigner. So that was the only way they were going to cosign for me
Okay.
at that point. So
Okay. I got you. I got you.
Sticky situation. Undefeated and been in that cosign situation before, bro. My question to her is, why didn't you? Well, she said she worked at the car dealer, didn't she? So why they ain't do it together? I don't know, bro. They done known each other since high school. I don't know. Is they together, but they ain't together, but they kind of been together, so they is together, but they waiting to be together because they might be together when they together, but when they ain't together, they together because it's not together. Never. Forever. Ever. Forever.
Here's what you said about him. He's not assertive. He makes poor decisions and he procrastinates. He's not doing his job. You said she needs to let me take charge. She's always complaining. She should clean more. You guys don't communicate well, and that she needs to do better with money. Now, you the one with the car, but okay, that you can't afford. You say, though, that you are passive and quiet during arguments, and you don't like to deal with things at the moment.
right.
All of those things say one thing and one thing alone. Let me tell you what I like about you two. I think you're extraordinarily mature for your age. You're 21 years old. You're holding down a good job.
did
You
not
have a
know
good
that.
head on your shoulders. I think you make very intelligent decisions about, you know, finances and money and things like that. I like you because you're a nice guy and you love her and you want her to be happy and you're serving your country and it's just, you're just a good person with a good heart. Let me tell you what the problems are. You're 21 emotionally. You really are. When you with the car thing and he needs to stand up and argue, all of that, that's childish. And you shouldn't even want to be interested in that kind of thing because you're trying to move together as personages and taking a stand here and him jutting out his chest and barking at people. That's not his gig. I mean, if something's going down, you know, I mean, he needs to, somebody jumping on you, he needs to back him up. But to jump out the car and be silly, you should have followed his lead on that one. Mr.
Thank
Harley,
you.
no one can
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's okay to follow the lead when you're in the wrong. It's a situation where she was at wrong. She was wrong. And it's cool to be like, all right, damn, I messed up. I'm scared. I'm nervous right now. I'm shook. It's all right. You ain't always got, I don't like it. I don't like the macho women. It's just not my thing. That's just not my thing, bro. It's not for me. But you ain't always like, you gotta relax. You gotta relax. Learn how to relax. Even in a situation, like I said, where it might be, well, it was, you almost hit the people. You almost got into it with the people. Like, all right, cool, you got, like, chill out. Chill out, bro.
Bestow manhood upon you. You have to attain it for yourself. You said that you were passive, quiet during arguments, don't like to deal with things at a moment. Those are not the qualities of the leader you say you want to be. You say you want her to let you be the man, but you don't do manly things. If she makes herself small and meek enough, it's still not going to make you make better decisions. It's not going to make you any more strong with your family. You know, you a grown man about to go to the army. Your parents can't tell you what to do about a car. I mean, unless they're willing to pay for it. You can't go home and lie to them about the woman that you're sleeping with. Part of being a man is, I've made my decision, I'm comfortable with my decision, and if anyone doesn't like my decision, including my parents, that's fine, but I'm not going to hide because I am a man.
That's a lot of being a man. That's a lot of it. And it's a pick a side. Pick a side and see what you going to be on that. Pick a side. You're going to have to pick a side because you can't give him an option. You can't give him the option. Well, I kind of think he was right for going to the army, but I think he's nervous about it. So I'm scared for him. So I think whatever. No, I'm going, I'm doing it. Like you just have to. You have to, bro. And it's not to say walk around and not be lenient and like don't be lenient. If she tell you like, all right, I want to go to Applebee's tonight, and then y'all know how they be, fellas. She might switch it up and then want to go to goddamn Wendy's or something like that, bro. I ain't saying, well, you said we were going to Applebee's. Meet me there at 1800. I'm not saying be like that. But with stuff that's important in your life, this is how they look at it. With stuff that's important in your life, it shouldn't be no question about it. Man, listen, for me, if you know me, you know what I'm doing. I got this going on. I got that going on. It's priorities, bro. Have your priorities stacked up. And that just, either you going to fall in line or you not. And there's no hard feelings if it don't mesh, if it don't click. But you got to be the one to set that up. You got to be the one to have your life in order. You got to get your shit together. Because ain't nobody else going to do it for you. And if they do it for you, you might not like it. You might not like it. So, again, it's just life, bro. It's just life. I tell you what I love about it. When it's like that, bro, and you gotta pick a side, I love knowing, like, all right, they don't fuck with me. I know them over there. They don't fuck with me at all, bro. And that's cool. Same way, like, I read the comments. I be reading the comments, and I see the comments and all of that. It's like, all right, cool. They not with it. It ain't no thing. It ain't no pressure. Your opinion just like it's my opinion. It's your opinion just like it's my opinion. But you got to stand, bro. You got to pick a side, stay on that side, and live with it. And another thing before I get up out of here, you know what? Scratch that. You know what I love? I love the people who didn't understand or who didn't want to support or didn't want to be here, and then they turn around and then they see like, damn, like that was a pretty good idea. I do think that was a good idea. I was hating at that time. They're the ones that I like, bro. I ain't got no problem with it, man.
So you're looking for her to give you something that she hasn't the power to give you. I think you two definitely ought not get married. Just don't do it. You go to the army, they will man you up. And you will learn to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and stand on your decisions and then not be afraid and to make decisions based on what you think is right or wrong, not based on what somebody is telling you. He'll come back more like you want it. He will. Now, I'm not going to tear up this license because I think you're good people and I don't want to leave you with that image. So I'm just going to slide it over here and leave it. But I wish you the best and Godspeed to you. This matter is adjourned.
Dwight is
I
ready.
don't think that was horrible. I don't think they was terrible for each other, but it'd have been a lot. That's complicated. That's one of them ones you gotta fill out the bubble, bro. Like, it's just complicated. It's complicated. And a lot of that, bro, you'll get throughout life. And I think she mentioned in that she had both of her parents. And that's great. I'm telling you, that's great. I promote that. All children need both of their parents. Hands down, without a doubt. So I'm assuming, she didn't say it, but I'm assuming maybe bro didn't have his dad around or somebody to teach him how to just be more disciplined. Be more disciplined. And I think within that comes more confidence, because when you're disciplined and doing what you're doing, you get comfortable with it. You get comfortable with it. Like, all right, I know for me, I'm like, I got to wake up, I got to work, I got to drop these videos, I got to edit this, I got to post that, I got to do I know what I got to do. I know what I got to get done for the day. So throughout my day, I'm getting it done. And as I get it done, you just feel good about yourself. You feel confident. So like, all right, cool. This is what I'm doing. I'm getting it done. I'm getting it done. I'm getting it done. That way, when a young lady does come along, I already, man, my schedule, this is what I got. This is what I got going on. Now, granted, I think they wasn't married. They was about to be married. So yeah, I think, just give bro a little bit of time now. Her. She can be a little ego aggressive. Yeah, she gotta tone it down. She just gotta tone it down, bro. She was cool. You can tell that she loved him. You can tell that they loved each other. But she just had to tone it down a little bit. She was a little bit too, princess queen. You can't be the princess, the queen, the pope, the president. You can't do all of them. So it's like, just sit back and relax. It's cool to fall back. Sometimes. You ain't always gotta be on 1,000. But other than that, like I said, I think they cool. It's just sheesh. I'm not gonna record this over. It's just the maturity. Bro. There was at different mature levels. So, like she said, maybe he might go out there. I'm confused, bro. Hold on. So if he going to the army or the military, why don't she just go with him? Or she go, oh yeah, they gotta be married. Damn. I don't know. I like, throughout that time, wouldn't you want your girl to be with you? Wouldn't you want to marry her? I don't know, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that video. GTG, the family, as always, is love. And we out.